Hello, everybody. Hi, how are you? This is Andrew Lau. I'm so happy that we have a chance to get together again. Today is a very important lecture. The reason is the following. I think a lot of us, as being diabetic or pre-diabetic, at nighttime, we always love to have some nice snack before we go to sleep. However, without knowing proper what type of snack you take, you end up cannot sleep the whole night because you have took something that a lot of gas, get your whole stomach being bloated. Or what happened is you might eat something spicy, so whole night you start feeling all the gas coming out from the stomach. At the end of the day, it's going to be really become pretty hard to fall asleep. And I can understand that because it happened to me myself. Now, today's lecture is going to teach you about what proper snacking at the middle of the night you can have, can help you be after you can satisfy your craving, but at the same time, you can go to sleep. And we can explain the whole situation, why this is important for pre-diabetic diabetes. So this is a very good lecture for a lot of people. Matter of fact, I just went to a lecture. Actually, I gave the lecture. Let's put it this way. I gave a lecture, and I was surprised. A lot of people actually did ask me. They said, gee, at nighttime you have a snack. What are the proper snacks? So I thought this lecture really can come into a real good helping a lot of the people are pre-diabetic, understand snacking, how important it is and how does it make it better. So I'm so happy to meet with everybody like that today, so we can able to start understanding and help people understand what are the best snack for you for pre-diabetic diabetes. Hi， 各位朋友，我係 Angela 老師啲 President， 你好。今日呢個 lecture 好緊要嘅，其實點解好緊要咧？好多人夜晚咧都想食啲宵夜啊，或者睇電視嘅時候食多啲嘢啊，但係食完之後咧，哇，瞓唔到覺喎。嗱，瞓唔到覺好多問題出現嘅，因為當人瞓唔到覺，由 diabetic pre-diabetic 佢好，因為瞓唔到覺嘅時候，有個 stress 開始出現㗎啦。咁如果有一個緊張啊 stress 啊，個血糖咧就咩啊升高咯，血糖升高啊，成晚都高嘅，成晚瞓唔到覺。咁你個聽日又唔好舒服啦，個腦又唔舒服啦。最大鑊咧就係你血糖唔好啊。咁所以今日講座咧係幫助你了解食乜嘢能夠幫助你能夠繼續係降低血糖咧，亦都能夠令到你個所以個即係 craving 冇咁差咧。咁呢個咧係令到更加健康嘅睡眠嘅。咁你成晚唔會變咗嘣一聲啊死啦瞓唔到覺。So 今日嘅講座係咁嘅，所以 it's going to be a very good lecture. I think you're going to learn a lot from it. I know Gordon's here. Thomas, if you can help me, Tommy, can you help me to also give me a 1 if you can able to you can hear me on Zoom? That would be greatly appreciated. So I will start my lecture, and so I'm going to share my slide now. Okay, thank you, Tommy. Okay, so today I'm talking about what will be the 10 top food for pre-diabetic and diabetes should skip before they sleep, because of the fact that will definitely affect you for your sleep. And when diabetes, pre-diabetic affect your sleep, what can happen is it's going to hurt you for the blood sugar. And I would also explain why that happened. So this will be a very good seminar for all of you to able to understand. So for Facebook fan, can you also help me give me a like so we can also get some people understand? You can see my set webinar. It will be wonderful. Okay. 各位 Facebook 朋友唔該就俾個 like 我啊，咁我又可以知道你係喺度聽緊書啦，咁就多謝先 ，OK。So 今日講座咧，有咩能夠喺10種食物唔好食呢樣嘢，因為食咗之後咧會影響你瞓覺，影響你瞓覺之後咧，咁你糖就會上升啦，咁就唔係健康啦，所以今日就講嘢。咁 today basically we first talk about is why sleep and blood sugar is so important, because if you have disrupted your sleep and why the blood sugar goes up, and we'll talk about that so you have a better understanding. And then at the same time also understand how the body process your food during sleep and what food can actually impact you and affect your sleep and also affect your blood sugar. And 10 food that will 10 food that is for pre-diabetic, diabetic should not really eat. So we skip that. And what are the alternative can help you to select a food that you can eat. And those are all very practical tips can give you overcome the late craving, and at the same time, how low sugar can help you. So today we cover quite a bit of topic, but all these topics will be very good for you to understand why you need to do this and what helped you on your blood sugar. And that's the most important, helping you blood sugar. 今日講嘢咧，今日講書咧就係第一，我哋知道咧睡眠同血糖有咩關係咧？其實好大關係嘅。當你血糖唔好，即係你睡眠唔好嘅時候咧，你血糖會上升嘅。咁如果係咁講嘅話，咁我食乜嘢係對我哋好咧？有邊10個食物唔好食咧？同埋有咩健康嘅代替品可以食到咧？咁我能夠唔會覺得哇想食冇得食，好辛苦啊！咁仲有咧係有咩能夠技巧幫助我哋咧克服到唔要食深夜喺要食宵夜嘅食物咧？咁同埋去糖柴仲有咩幫到你咧？咁今日咧都 cover 好多嘢嘅，但係呢個topic 咧全部對你嚟講，我覺得好重要，因為咧令到你能夠講完書之後，最重要咧令到你血糖降低。咁呢個係一個係特別重要嘅環節啦。我哋所有做嘅東西都係希望到咩啊？你血糖降低 ，OK？ 呢個係我哋最重要嘅目的啊 ，OK？So I noticed there's still a lot of people I don't understand where they're coming from. Some of them appear from the United States, some from Australia, New Zealand. So I'm going through real fast 4 steps of how diabetes being formed. So that way, once you know about that, then you can able to always remember that and start taking action when that happens. You know how to prevent your pre-diabetic and prevent you become a diabetes. The first stage, before you become diabetic, your LDL will goes up. And the LDL goes up, it damages your B cells that coming out from the pancreas. The B cells are supposed to take the sugar to the cell. When B cell damage, more and more B cell damage is not going to work. So blood sugar will continue to accumulate, increase in your blood vessel. Net result with that, you will have high blood sugar and then high cholesterol, and cholesterol and blood sugar mix together and the blood become thick. The problem will come in because when the blood becomes thick, it starts forming plaque throughout the body. The second stage will come in. When the plaque start forming throughout the body, so you have less space in the vessels, your blood pressure goes up. So when then both items, by the way, at that time you have no sign and symptom. Only thing is when you check up or physical check up, your blood work will shows up, your blood sugar goes up, your LDL goes up, and then your blood pressure, maybe you take blood pressure check, and oh wow, my blood sugar is up now. So that will be the case that you will find out. But when that happens, if you don't do anything, your lifestyle continues the same, most likely you will fall into the pre-diabetic stage, especially a lot of people have aged, starting 45, 50 years old, it will come up. Now, how do you check you are pre-diabetic or not? The doctor will usually take a blood test and measure your hemoglobin A1C. What is hemoglobin A1C? Is checking your hemoglobin, how many percentage of sugar attached to that hemoglobin. If you are 5.7% and below, you're a normal person. If you're between 5.7 to 6.4, you are pre-diabetic. Unfortunately, if you're pre-diabetic, you have no medication to help you at all. You only can change your lifestyle and take maybe low sugar tea will help you to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. So, but if you don't do anything, in 3 years, most likely you will change to become converted diabetes. Now, keep in mind, diabetic will never get well. Once you convert it, you're ever to be diabetic. So that 4th stage is everybody pretty much go through the same 4th stage. And I really don't want you to end up pre-diabetic or diabetes. So catch it early when you are LDL go up, your blood sugar start going up, catch you at that time, may change your lifestyle, drink low sugar tea. That will help you prevent to get you to be a diabetes person or pre-diabetic person。嗱，各位朋友，今日咧我見到好多人咧都我唔係好識嘅，亦都唔知佢係喺邊度嚟，有東南亞人啦。咁所以我或者再用講多一次呢個4個 stage 點 form 係 become 由開始到呢個糖尿病嘅。第一個 stage 就係你 LDL 上升啦，當 LDL 上升咧就 damage 咗嗰啲 B cell 又繞出嚟 B cell 啦，當 damage 咗之後咧，啲糖咧唔會入去個細胞裏邊咧，咁樣糖越升咯，再加埋個 LDL 個 cholesterol mix 埋一齊咧，咁就好結，嗰血就好結之後咧，咁好快就 move to next stage 啦。咁個 next stage 係點咧？你個血好結嘅時候咧，咁你個血管全部都係有啲硬片化開出現咧，咁就個血壓就會上升啦。嗱，呢個兩樣情況下咧，你可能冇乜 sign symptom，except 你去 check 個血health check 驗嘅時候抽血，咁你試驗到出嚟嘅啫，好多時。咁變咗嚟講咧，如果你繼續係咁樣生活咧，好快脆咧會跌咗落去咧，第3期嘅時候咧，你就變咗喺呢個前期患病。咁醫生咧，每一個醫生都係度你一樣嘢叫 A1C，hemoglobin A1C， 就個血血紅蛋白。咁呢個咧就係一個紅血球，佢黐有幾多 percent 嘅血糖黐咗喺度。如果你係5.7咧，咁當然啦，你就係正常人啦。5.7、6.4咧，你係前期患病啦。如果你乜嘢都唔做嘅話，你3年後冇事，你變咗糖尿病。但係好可惜咧，喺你前期患病咧係冇藥食嘅喎。醫生就話你要 change your lifestyle 啦，要做運動啊，或者飲去糖茶啊，要減磅啊呢啲。但係多數人都唔認識呢樣嘢嘅，咁 end up 咧就好快就變咗呢個糖尿患病者啦。So how actually low sugar tea work is basically that low sugar only 2 items in there. There is actually guava leaf bits, which block the sugar into the cells, and bitter melon increase the insulin insensitivity, so take back the sugar into the cells. And excess sugar will dump out through urine, the cholesterol dump out through urine, and also the salt will dump out. When the salt dump out, your blood pressure also come down. So the 3 high will actually come down. It's a very simple product. It's not a drug. It's only a herbal tea. So it's excellent for helping you to lower your blood sugar naturally, cholesterol naturally, and your blood pressure naturally. 嗱，虛糖茶點功效咧，其實好簡單。虛糖茶咧就有2樣嘢，就有一個叫番石榴葉，佢係將番石榴葉將個糖 block 咗佢，唔好俾入血管度。嗱，當然有啲糖入咗去啦，咁唔緊要。佢有個苦瓜就增加咗胰島素嘅敏感度，咁佢咧就會帶翻啲糖入去細胞裏邊。咁如果有 excess 嘅糖點啊？好嘢，苦瓜會將個糖喺個尿嗰度掉出嚟，同埋呢個嗰個膽固醇亦都掉出嚟，同埋佢鹽掉出嚟。鹽掉出嚟之後咧，你個血壓就會降低。咁呢個咧就係飲去糖茶好處。And also our company, you know.We teach you how to, we have 5 programs, teach you how to really improve your A1C. And basically, we'll help teach you how to, on food dieting, which is like today, we talk about more food, prevent you have high blood sugar, talk about how to do low carb diet, low fat diet, and so forth. You got to do exercise. You're supposed to do 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. Plus, your weight control, your BMI has to lower than 23. If you're 30, we have a way to help you lower your BMI to 23. And also every week, we have doctor-free webinar. You hear right now to listen to the webinar. It's free. It gives you how to manage your diabetes, and that's so important. And on top of that, we'll teach you how to also check your blood sugar, because that's the only way you can tell how is your blood sugar doing. If you don't check, you will not be able to tell, because blood sugar is only way by checking, or you have an Abbott Libby, something like that, you can check. And my blood sugar right now is 5.0. You can see 5.0. And basically, this is, you can see 5.0. I've been drinking low sugar tea real well. I drank one. I put low sugar tea in a bottle like this, and then fill it up to 1 liter. I drink half of that during breakfast and half of that during lunch. That's what I do. And then dinner is the same thing. And so after that, my blood sugar went down 5.0. That is about 90. So it's pretty good blood sugar. And all along, I'm tracking every day. And it is really low sugar can help me to do this. Plus, I also go with the program. I exercise, I lower my weight. Man, that really worked. Okay, so let's talk about why this topic is so important. Now, you know, every person needs to have adequate sleep. If you don't have adequate sleep, pre-diabetic or diabetes, your body will feel stress. And when your body feels stress, it will increase blood sugar. And that result, your sugar will continue goes up, because when you have sleep deprivation, the stress will be there. And if you have continued high blood sugar and continued stress, you will have other issues will come along as time goes on. Your heart disease will come on. You can continue stroke. And also, if your blood sugar is high, you have all kind of medical problems will occur. So really very important. You have to have good sleep instead of poor sleep, because that will definitely affect your blood sugar. Now, somehow, if you eat late at night, snack, if you are not properly type of snack that you choose, your blood sugar also jumped up. The worst thing you do, actually at nighttime, a lot of people say, wow, I can relax myself. I got a glass of milk, hot milk. Nice, huh? And 2 big macadamia cookies. That's real nice. But you know what? The milk and the macadamia cookies are all high carbs item, high fat. And after you eat that, your blood sugar goes up, bang, 160. For whole night will be 160 or 10, 8, 9, 10, 8 millimole per liter. So that will be really bad for you, because the whole night your blood sugar is high. You might not have a good night's sleep. And tomorrow your blood sugar continue to be high and you feel sluggish, you feel cranky, ruin your whole day. So if you have pre-diabetic diabetes, you're different. You cannot have a glass of hot milk with nice macadamia cookie for you to enjoy. So forget about that. So I will teach you later on how you have a much better snack for the night evening. So do not try to do that, okay? But anyway, just keep that in mind. Sleep is important. If you don't have 7 hours sleep, you have 5 or 4, your body feels stressed, your blood sugar gonna go up. 嗱，各位朋友，每一個人咧都要好好嘅睡眠，尤其是糖尿病者、前期患病者，你一定要有大概7個鐘嘅睡眠。當你冇唔夠唔夠睡眠嘅時候咧，有一個好大問題會出現咩咧？你就會覺得好 stress、好緊張嘅時候咧。你個血糖就會上升，因為個身體就話：哇，我就要打仗啦，咁我要好多血糖出嚟，準備我打仗。咁當你係繼續個血糖上升嘅時候咧，咁你就會令到好多嘢都會身體上嘅開始好多嘢都有問題嘅。如果日日係咁咧，你第一樣嘢咧，你就會令到可能將來咧就會有心臟病啦、血壓高啦、中風啦、血糖會上升啦。咁就好多病會走出嚟喎，即係硬盲啊、stroke 啊，全部出現嘅。所以喺血糖上升咧，你一定要好控制，要瞓覺瞓得好，唔會令到佢血糖上升。如果唔係咧，你落去嘅時候咧，就會好多問題出現。咁其實咧，睡眠點解會影響我瞓覺？唔係點樣食嘢會影響我瞓覺啊？嗱，好多人以為咧。我係咪飲一杯好暖嘅牛奶，食2個好靚仔嘅麥德嘅2個 cookie macadamia cookie， 咁令到我瞓覺好啲啊？嗱，可能咧你食完之後覺得好舒服，但係個問題咧，嗰杯牛奶再2個 cookie，嗰個糖分個卡路里 同埋個碳水化係好高嘅，仲有好多脂肪。咁成晚咧，你血糖咧可能喺即係89或者180、200上邊。咁你成晚可能都未瞓到覺喎。咁就血糖成晚都高喎，咁亦都破壞緊你血管喎。咁變咗嚟講咧，如果你慢慢咁做咧，你就好大劑啦。將來咧，你第二日亦都可以破壞咗好多血管啦。第二日你瞓覺瞓得唔好啦，咁你嘅人又唔夠精神啦，血糖更加上高啦。因為你唔精神嘅時候，個身體就更泵翻多啲糖俾你咧，去準備你打仗嘅。咁所以變咗咧係一個唔係好嘅即係生活習慣啦。咁啊千祈咧就唔好做呢樣嘢。咁應該我就教你有咩能夠好食到，能夠幫助你睡眠，亦都幫助你咧係改除到即係個food craving 嘅問題。OK， now as I mentioned, everybody has to have at least good 7 hours sleep. Don't sleep less, and not sleeping over 9 hours, but 7 hours sleep per night is a very important benchmark for you for sleeping. Now, during this sleep, you got to have this 7 hours sleep. You got to have good quality sleep. And so when you have good quality sleep, your blood sugar most likely be in very good level instead of, go up and down. Okay. As a matter of fact, you can see my sleep. I did a 7 hours sleep. If I measure myself, and you can tell my whole blood sugar level, you can see the level is all under around 5. So it's a very good level all along the way. So nothing bad. It just continued to be in a very good, level throughout. And the curve on the blood sugar slides on the, will basically indicate to you, basically, sorry, I have to plug this back in first. Battery. Okay, good. So you will able to actually see, is your blood sugar go up and down. You don't want to be at night while you're sleeping, your blood sugar will go up and come back down. You want to have a very flat, maybe 6.0 or 110 all along the way. Okay, that will be your gold standard. You really don't want to disrupt your sleep by some kind of high blood sugar item like food, for example, because if you have a lot of food intake, for example, a heavy meal, that can disrupt your sleep, and that will increase your blood sugar. And on top of that, when you sleep, when you, like, for example, being disrupted, your sleep is not going to be good. Most likely, your blood sugar also go high. And then when it go high, then it really lead to all kind of problems that occur. Okay, so people cannot sleep. Their hormone also being disturbed, and it will not pumping more B cells to help you take the sugar in the cells, so blood sugar can be up. So net result, impacted disruption sleeping is not good for you. Okay， 嗱，各位同友，好重要咧，每日你一定有7個鐘頭瞓覺。如果冇7個鐘頭瞓覺咧，most likely咧你血糖都會升高嘅，因為個 body 咧個身體會有 stress。咁所以咧你就7個鐘頭嘅好瞓覺咧係好重要嘅。嗱，當你瞓覺瞓得唔好嘅時候咧，你血糖一定會上升喎。點解咧？因為你瞓覺唔好嘅時候咧，個 body 咧就身體就話：哇，好唔掂喎，我準備打仗喎，咁我要泵啲糖出嚟俾你打仗喎。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你個身體咧會自然咧就糖一路係咁高上去嘅。咁如果你慢慢啲糖高上去咧，就會破壞啲血管啊嗰啲嘢噶咯。所以睡眠好嘅睡眠嘅質素咧係對你講好過重要去控制血糖嘅。咁同埋咧，千祈咧就唔好有咩食物啊能夠disrupt 咗你嘅瞓覺睡眠。For example， 如果食一大buffet，哇，咁你就好大問題啊，成個胃頂住瞓唔到覺。咁呢個亦都產生咗你血糖上升啦，亦都瞓到唔好覺啦。咁當你瞓唔好覺嘅時候咧，你血糖又會上升。咁變咗嚟講咧，你或者你瞓唔到覺嘅時候咧，你身體繼續係會話俾你聽，我瞓唔到覺喎。咁你繼續係好 stressful 喎。咁個血糖咧就唔會你個荷爾蒙咧 同埋你嘅個insulin 咧又出唔到嚟咧，咁你血糖繼續上升嘅時候咧，咁你成晚都會好有問題嘅，同埋唔止成晚好有問題，仲有你血糖係一路係咁上升，咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你一定唔好俾你瞓覺嘅時間俾一個令到好多嘢令到你瞓唔到覺，同埋一定要俾一個好舒適同埋好嘅睡眠嘅質素，咁你就 OK 啦。OK， so one question you might ask, well, what caused me cannot sleep? Okay, what caused me cannot sleep? Well, first of all, growth hormone is supposed to help you to lower your blood sugar level, break down the sugar, and able to store those sugar into your muscles and to your liver. But when you sleep deprived, you can't sleep, then your growth hormone will not be produced and end up your blood sugar continue to go up. Okay. Secondly, the insulin is supposed to help the sugar move in the cell. And with that, you can able to use your sugar as energy. But when you cannot sleep, the body somehow do not produce the insulin as effectively as it's supposed to be, and then lead to also high blood sugar because not enough insulin, suddenly blood sugar goes up. Then the third is cortisol, which is another hormone, which is supposed to, whenever you are stressed, the body, this is the hormone to help you to pump up more sugar, to help you to ready to fight, ready to work. So when you have more cortisol go up to help you increase blood sugar to respond to the stress, because you cannot sleep, you deprive sleep, you are more stressed, the body will produce more cortisol. And that result, you have more and more sugar into your bloodstream. So all three items, growth hormone, insulin, cortisol, will all affect you for blood sugar going upward. So that is not good. And that is the reason why you don't want to disrupt your sleep, because when you disrupt your sleep, you know what? Blood sugar goes up. So it's very simple. So this is kind of interesting. A lot of people don't realize, why, how can I don't sleep? My blood sugar goes up. That's exactly what happened, because all these will help, will better affect you. OK， 嗱，生長嘅激素咧係會當你係瞓覺嘅時候咧，佢係產生呢個激素出嚟咧，係幫助佢降低血糖。但係當你瞓覺瞓唔到嘅時候咧，佢身體咧就唔會產生呢個叫生長激素喎。咁佢唔出嚟嘅時候，咁你血糖咪上升啦。OK， 咁第二樣嘢啦，胰島素係一樣。如果胰島素係應該係幫助你帶啲糖入翻細胞裏邊，咁你先用到糖啊嘛。但係當你瞓覺瞓唔到嘅時候咧，啲胰島素唔出嚟咯。咁佢唔夠胰島素嘅時候，咁你都帶唔到啲糖入去細胞裏邊，咁 end up 咧，你啲糖亦都上升。咁第三啦，仲有咧就係有個cortisol 嘅荷爾蒙，咁佢咧就係會幫助當你有 stress 嘅時候，即係壓力嘅時候咧，佢應該係幫翻你揼翻啲糖出嚟咧，俾你咧係去打仗嘅。咁但係當你唔夠瞓嘅時候咧，個身體咧會更加知道，喂，你要多啲cortisol 出嚟喎，俾你打仗。咁你糖咧就係一定上升嘅。咁所以三樣嘢咧都令到糖繼續上升。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，瞓覺原因啲糖會上嚟咧係有解嘅。咁呢個就係我哋頭先所講點解重要咧，係一個好容易瞓覺一定要瞓得好嘅重要性啦。Now, a lot of people don't realize they say, if I eat, why it will affect my sleep? Well, first of all, you have to understand how the body processes the food during your sleep. Now, that is important because when you know that, then you can able to better understanding why after you eat and how the food will process and also will help will process and why it might or might not affect the sleep. Now, certainly once you eat the food, when you go back to sleep, that's why you don't want to eat a lot of food and then go to sleep. That is not a good practice. You want to eat, rest a little while, early, maybe 6, 8 o'clock, complete eating, and not to be very full, because during sleep, the body, although it will continue to process the food, metabolize the food, but it slows down a lot because you're sleeping. So it doesn't really process continue like when you are awake, okay? And also when you sleep, the body burns less calories and they use less glucose for energy because you're sleeping. I don't need energy at the time I sleep. So all these foods are less processed, less burn of calorie, is still retain your body. And also, as a result, all that slowing down, the blood sugar level tend to be lower during your sleep compared during the day, okay? Because during the day, it's okay. You're working, you know, you will use more sugar. But on the other hand, when you sleep, you're not moving that much. So blood sugar are not tend to be used at all or used as much as during the day. So that is a major difference when you eat. The body how being process the food while you're sleeping. 各位同友，我哋覺係身體裏邊咧瞓覺嘅時候，咁嗰啲食物係點處理嘅咧？第一，你當你瞓咗覺之後咧，你新陳代謝嘅整體咧都會慢咗嚟。咁所以變咗，如果咧譬如我係即係平時食咗嘢喺日頭嘅時候。咁你瞓覺嘅時候咧，同日頭嘅時候係好唔同喎。你瞓覺喐緊嘅時候咧，你身體新陳代謝係快好多，咁可以 burn 好多食物快啲嘅喎。但係瞓咗覺咧，全部 slow down 晒 ，OK， 慢咗。咁第二樣嘢個卡路里啊，同埋葡萄糖用出嚟嘅工作咧，亦都 slow down 咗嘅。咁所以兩樣嘢咧，都係知道咧。如果你瞓覺嘅時候咧，你第一。你個新陳代謝 slow down 啦，你亦都唔會用幾多卡路里啦，亦都唔會用好多去 burn off 你嘅糖啦。咁仲有一樣嘢咧，就係你個瞓覺之後咧，你如果日頭係做好多工作，你糖就可以 burn off 啊。但係當你瞓覺嘅時候咧，你個身體唔係用好多糖喎，咁啲血糖咧就係因為都係 on a lower level 啦。咁同埋亦都唔會 burn up 好快，因為你冇喐動下身，你就瞓咗覺啫嘛，係咪？咁所以食物之後咧，你喺瞓覺嘅時候咧，就樣都好 slow down 嘅。嗱 ，if the food you intake, the metabolism is slow down, so it must be if certain food will help you or will not helping you to sleep better or might affect you with your higher blood sugar. Because when you consume this food before you go to sleep, and it might be causing you not to process and your blood sugar go up. And that is something that you need to understand, okay? So what food are really basically will provide you impact is not processing too well and also increase your blood sugar. The food that are high carbohydrate, such a high sugary snack, dessert, it will definitely help you to increase the sugar spike, okay? So before sleep, when you do that, like I said, if you have 2 gigantic chocolate cookies and a glass of warm milk, this will be not a good definite snack. Will help you to improve your sleep or improve blood sugar. It definitely will increase the blood sugar dearly because it has high carbohydrate, the chocolate cookies, and also sugary snack. It is very sugary, and that result, your whole night, the blood sugar will maybe come up to 180, 200. So that is not good snack, okay? And plus with that, your blood sugar will go up so high, the whole night, you might end up waking up, cannot go back to sleep because if the blood sugar going up, you cannot sleep. And that would be really bad because that result, it affect your sleep, you now become more stressed, and then your blood sugar will further completely go up. And also, if you have a lot of fats that is in there, will start getting your digestion system become not so feel good because you are sleeping, the digestive system is slowing down. So end up you whole night you feel, I feel stuck or some kind of feel processed not there, and end up it interfere your sleep and your stress to continue goes up, and all those are catch-22 will add up, the blood sugar continue goes up. So really at the end of the day, what food that impact you before you go sleep is really so important to understand that, so you don't want to take those food to affect the sleep. OK 嗱，各位堂友記住咧，當你食乜嘢都好咧，瞓覺前食嘅嘢咧係會影響你瞓覺嘅，同埋會影響血糖上升嘅。咁我俾一個好簡單例子啦，好多人就話飲杯熱牛奶啦，食2個大嘅 chocolate cookie 啦，朱古力 cookie 啦，係咪講 OK 啊？梗係唔 OK 啦，因為飲嘅熱牛奶裏面有 high 嘅卡路里，有 high 好高嘅碳水化合物食物，有好多糖，呢啲嘢咧係全部 spike increase the blood sugar 嘅。咁同埋咧，當你有呢樣嘢嘅時候咧，你亦都喺夜晚嘅時候啲糖就好高啦，咁你可能 affect 到你成晚瞓唔到覺咯。咁同埋你個 cookie 有好多肥嘅東西裏面 fat， 咁亦都高脂咧，亦都干擾咗你睡眠，亦都瞓唔到覺。咁最後啦，咁你個食咗依個2個大 cookie 好多 fat 油喺裏邊咧，你 digestive system 因為瞓覺 slow down 嘛，又 digest 唔到，咁個胃啊頂住晒，咁你成晚咧都係瞓唔到覺，亦都係成晚起身，咁整體咧弊家伙啦，最後你就成晚瞓唔到覺，血糖成間係高咗上嚟，咁你 end up 咧兩敗俱傷，瞓唔到覺，血糖上升，成晚個血管全部都係啲糖係高，咁啊變咗係對身體十分不好嘅。So we are going to talk about what 10 food for pre-diabetic diabetes should skip before bedtime. Remember, I said there's quite a bit of food can get you to have spiked blood sugar. As mentioned earlier, high carbohydrate, high fat, those foods should be, in principle, should be eliminated. So it affect you daily with blood sugar going up and makes you cannot sleep. So we're now talking about what 10 food you should prevent or not should be skipped before you go bedtime. 咁我依家講及咧就有10個食物唔應該食嘅，係糖尿病者或者前嘅病者。Okay, so the first food you should not eat before sleep is high sugar food or high beverage food. Okay, so for example, because high sugar, all that will spike up your blood sugar, and will may most likely because your high blood sugar will crash you during the night. And when your sugar gets so high, you will wake up. You feel like you have a lot of energy. You don't feel tired. And only thing is, after an end of the day, because your blood sugar goes up so high, you cannot sleep. And next day, you will feel terrible. You feel groggy. Blood sugar goes up, not helping you at all. So do not take any food with high sugar food or high food with high sugar beverages. The second food you should not eat is high caffeinated beverage. Any caffeine actually keep you awake, so you don't want to have caffeine. Matter of fact, a lot of people now skip any drink with caffeine from 12 noon and below, so they will not having the caffeine affected them. And third, you should not eat high carbohydrate rich snack, meaning high carb will have a lot of sugar because eventually carb will break down the sugar and create your sugar spike. And when that happens, although with the spike, you're going to create a hunger and you try to get a snack. But more important, you have to try to get a low carb snack, low carb, not high carb snack. And maybe with some high fiber item will be better rather than taking a high carb snack like a chocolate chip cookies. No good. High carb snack. That is high carb snack. And later I'll point out to you what is a low carb snack will be. So remember, Don't take high sugar beverage, no caffeine, and no high carb rich snack before sleep. 嗱，好重要糖友，10個食物裏邊第一樣嘢就唔好飲好糖，即係高糖嘅飲料，因為高糖飲料咧係令到有個 sugar spike 嘅 sugar 上升。咁當你 sugar 上升嘅時候咧，就好導致你咧會半夜忽然間要起身，因為你有好多糖嘅時候，啲糖喺個身體走嚟走去嘅時候咧，你會好似好多 energy 咁嘅。但係變咗嚟講，你成晚唔到覺，聽日你咪好弊，血糖喺度上升，第二日又好攰，好 groggy， 瞓唔到覺。但係咧，血糖繼續上升，破壞你血管，咁梗係唔正啦。第二樣嘢，唔好飲任何嘢有咖啡因嘅東西，即係咖啡啊，任何啦。咁如果有咖啡因嘅咧，好多人依家12點後咧已經唔飲有咖啡嘅東西啦。第三，唔好食啲高碳水化食物，好似大嘅 cookie 啊嗰啲，千祈唔好食，因為食咗呢啲咧，呢就會令到血糖會上升。咁你咧食咗之後咧，你就成晚一樣係瞓唔到覺。咁你咧喺夜晚如果肚餓嘅時候咧，就揀啲糖，咁啊揀啲食物咧係低碳水嘅食物。咁應該我介紹有啲咩叫低碳水嘅食物俾你食。The other item you should avoid to eat is high protein meal. Now, the reason is before you go to sleep, do not take high protein meal is because remember after when you sleep, your body starts slowing down. Your whole body metabolism starts going down. So you take some high protein, your body is not able to process. So the digestive system was not able to process the whole night. You're going to have the high protein to ask, well, I need to process this protein. So whole night you will try to go to sleep. You cannot because the stomach will keep processing a protein. So when you take high protein meal, you got to take it like 6, 7 o'clock, not just before you sleep, because that will definitely affect your sleep. Sorry, drink some water. Actually, I drink some low tea, not water. And you do not take large meal, because when you take a large meal, it will take long time to digest. Also, because of that, you take time to digest, you keep you awake the whole night, okay? So you want to take the large meal at 6, 7 o'clock, that's it, and try to eat it, finish the meal by 8, and not to do it like at 12 o'clock. So midnight buffet, forget it. That is not good health for you. Midnight buffet is not good for you. So skip the midnight buffet. And certainly alcohol can also disrupt your sleep. So make sure do not take alcohol before you sleep. Because a lot of people thought that, wow, I think I take a drink that help you to sleep. But problem is a lot of time you take a drink, the drink increase your blood sugar. So it's not good to take alcohol before you sleep, especially cocktail. That would be terrible because they were high sugar, and on top of that, might not necessarily give you better sleep, but it disrupt your sleep because of high blood sugar. 嗱，高蛋白質嘅食物咧，其實就唔好食喺瞓覺前唔好食嘅。個原因你瞓覺前食嘅時候咧，就第一會影響你睡眠。個原因點解會影響睡眠咧？就個身體已經瞓覺啦，就會多數係要時間去 process 你啲高蛋白質嘅食物。如果成晚要 process 呢個蛋白質食物，你好弊，瞓唔到覺咧，成晚個胃係咁想去 process 食物喎，佢瞓唔到覺喎，咁瞓唔到覺咧，個問題出現咯，就血糖上升係咪？咁第二樣嘢啦，千祈唔好食個大餐，即係瞓覺前食個大餐係對你好唔住嘅，因為個身體同樣嘅問題，你要 process 你食嘅食物。所以好多人話我去個 midnight buffet啦，即係12點後嘅 buffet 咧。呢個就唔好就係呢個係對你身體十分唔健康嘅，因為食完之後你可以瞓唔到覺，因為成日要 process 你啲食物，尤其是前期患病、糖尿患病者係唔應該係咁做嘅。咁第6樣嘢就酒精，因為酒精咧係會影響睡眠嘅。嗱，好多人以為我飲一個cocktail 咪我更加瞓得好咯，但係唔好唔記得 cocktail 好多有好多糖，可能有好多卡路里，亦都係碳水化合物食物。咁變咗嚟講咧，增加咗血糖上升咧，你亦都瞓唔到覺。 咁所以酒精咧就唔好飲啦。The seventh item is you don't want to do any processed and packaged food because processed packaged food high in sugar and unhealthy, and it is fat, a lot of sodium, and all those are low in nutrition. Plus, it will, because of high blood sugar, you cannot sleep. Okay, I still remember people was at nighttime, they said, well, maybe I got some real fat big cookies, and I look at that, wow, the calories like 300 calories, and on top of that the sugar is 150 grams. I said that's almost a whole meal. So I took it, I look at it, I put it back down. Do not take those processed and packaged food. Okay, and you don't want to take excessive fiber intake either, because fiber, if you have too much fiber, it make your stomach become bloated and gaseous and make it difficult to fall asleep, because we are bloated, you feel stuffed, the stomach will feel stuffed. So you really become of high fiber, rich food, and you cannot sleep. Okay, and certainly the fatty food, like also when you have a lot of fat food, your body take time to process the food. The stomach continue to take time to process food, and we might wake you up the whole night just to process the fatty food. And also after processed fatty food, you also increase what? Your cholesterol. And net result, if you continue high cholesterol, you have high possible, heart disease and so forth. And last but not least, you don't want to take any spicy food, because spicy food somehow it irritates your stomach, and you get the regurgitated with heartburn, the acid reflux, and that is not really good for you to sleep, because whole night you feel and then on top of that, I feel heartburn. So when you have heartburn, you cannot sleep. So all that will occur and increase your blood sugar because you cannot sleep. So that food should be also avoid. 咁啦，第七樣嘢，任何嘅加工同包裝食物咧，裏面一定好多糖嘅。咁呢樣嘢有好多即係肥嘅脂肪啊，咁呢樣唔好食。嗱，好似 for example 啦，我係坐喺船嘅時候咧，睇一個大嘅 cookie 啊。我覺得 cookie 有300個 calorie， 食呢個 cookie， 但係咧睇裏邊有150 gram 糖，咁呢個梗係唔好食啦，係咪？咁第二樣嘢咧，就千祈咧就唔好食啲有好多高纖維嘅食物。當高纖維食物咧，太高纖維食物咧，係剔時間去俾你去process 啲食物嘅。咁當你去食呢個 process 食物嘅時候咧，咁亦都個胃係咁 process 食物咧，咁你係瞓唔到覺咯。咁仲有咧，好多時高纖維食物咧係 create 咗好多氣啊，胃氣啊，咁有胃氣好似頂住，咁又係瞓唔到覺嘅。咁高纖維食物咧就唔可以即係瞓覺時食啦。咁同埋有啲好高脂肪嘅食物，咁呢個高脂肪嘅食物咧，亦都係要同樣嘅東西啦，為去 process 啦，去 process 食物啦，咁亦都會膽權上升啦。咁呢啲咧全部對你都係喺個過程裏邊咧係令到你瞓唔到覺嘅。咁當然咧，如果你慢慢食啲咁肥膩嘅嘢嘅時候咧 ，high cholesterol 咧，咁亦都對你心臟唔好，因為第時有心臟病嘅咁翻。咁啦，仲有一個好特別係酸辣嘅食物。當有酸辣嘅食物嘅時候咧，尤其是咧你個胃咧係有感覺好多 heartburn 啊，咁個有heartburn 嘅時候咧，咁嘅時候咧，你而家胃酸彈翻上嚟咧，喺個喉嚨都彈上嚟，咁令到你咧有成晚又瞓唔到覺喎。咁酸辣嘅食物咧都要唔好食啦。Okay, so now we have gone through 10 different type of food that you already discovered not to eat. So you must say, man, my goodness, I nothing can eat that. Well, that's not true. We're now going to give you some healthy food alternative so you can prepare for your pre-diabetic diabetic person, can able to also still enjoy your food. At the same time, you can still eat this food and go to sleep real well. So that's what I'm going to try to describe for you so you can see you can follow. Now, so the first thing you can try is do balanced snack with complex carbohydrate and protein product, such as product that is give you a good satisfaction, but doesn't spike your blood sugar. For example, a hard-boiled egg, okay, a whole wheat toast with peanut butter, for example, or Greek yogurts, or some berry. Those are very good food with a balanced, complex carbohydrate with protein, but it doesn't spike your blood sugar because Greek yogurt, hard-boiled, that doesn't spike sugar. Give you some protein, but it doesn't spike. So that is important. The second one is nut and seeds. Sort of with moderation, like 5-6 nuts. Almond nuts are very good source. Yeah, healthy protein, fiber, and is healthy fat. And so that can be eaten before you go to sleep. So more important, you don't eat a lot, okay? Is eating moderately. Calorie is also limited because you don't eat a lot. But nuts are very good for you. So you can also try some fresh fruits. For example, some berries or vegetable, for example. Berries are good, low calories, low fat, and they also are good vitamin and minerals and also high fibers. Another one will be celeries. You know, you cut celery into this length, and then you can eat it at high fiber. It's delicious. You eat about 5-6 small piece, it will be good, satisfy you. At least you have something to the stomach. If you're satisfied, that will be extremely good. You chill the celery so it even tastes better. So that will be something you should take. Okay. 嗱，頭先講咗啦，唔係話我糖尿病乜都唔食得，唔係。最緊要食啲嘢咧係有一個好good 嘅碳水化混合嘅食物啦，同埋高蛋白啦嘅零食啦。咁呢係乜嘢咧 ？For example，我係食啲嘅希臘嘅奶酸啦，同埋我係食烚熟嘅雞蛋啦，或者全麥嘅麵包with花生醬啦。咁呢啲嘢咧係全部都係幫助你咧可以咧係減除咗頭先個 sugar spike 嘅，同埋亦都係幫助你咧減到你個所謂飢餓啦，如果會，同埋咧亦都係唔會俾你糖會上升得好快。另外一樣可以食咧就係果仁啊 ，for example almond 杏仁果仁，咁你食5至6隻嘅果仁啦，almond 啦，即係果仁啦，亦都係十分身體健康嘅。咁亦都係會低脂肪，亦都係多纖維嘅食物。OK， 咁仲有啦，水果啦，可以食個蘋果啦、berry 啦，或者食個berries 啦，幾個 berries 啦。咁呢啲都係對你係，亦都係低熱量啦、低脂肪啦，同埋咧亦都有好多纖維咧係幫助你嘅。咁當然啦，仲有可能你都介紹過從前咧，就有啲芹菜切咗一條條咁大個芹菜，就擺住佢凍凍地，咁你食呢個亦都好嘅，因為芹菜咧係有好多 fiber 啊，有好多纖維，亦都唔會increase 到卡路里嘅，咁好正仔。OK， so another item is you want to take some non-caffeine herbal tea to drink instead of high sugary water. The worst thing you do is drink a lot of bubble tea. I can tell you a story. One of my engineer friend, every night somehow at about 10 o'clock, he feels so much desire because he got to have some not herbal tea, bubble tea. And he will call the, panda or people who deliver the bubble tea to his home. And while he's doing his computer, he needs the bubble tea to keep him awake. But with that, the problem with the bubble tea is sugar goes up to 300 points. 300, that's how high it was. So I said, you got to cut this out. If not, eventually you'll killed by the bubble tea. And so hopefully at the end of the day, he actually listened. So no more at nighttime. And the blood sugar went back down to somewhere in the neighborhood of 140. But he still also drink low sugar tea at the same time in order to achieve that. So do not drink really bubble tea and no caffeine product either. So net result, he was able to get his blood sugar better control. Very sweet tea is not help you. Non-caffeinated herbal tea like low sugar tea will be extremely helpful because you have no sugar, lower blood cholesterol, and potential low sugar also lower blood pressure and detox. Okay. The fifth item is low-fat dairy product, like low-fat dairy products such as milk, yogurt, low-fat milk. I'm talking about yogurt, cheese, also good for you with a lot of protein, calcium. Also, people take that like some low American cheese, small amount. You will make sure you take that small amount, then it doesn't spike your blood sugar. So that will be a good choice also for you to help you to satisfy the hunger, and you will not get your sugar spike. So the objective is taking snack without sugar spike. 嗱，千祈唔好飲啲飲料咧係有咖啡因好多糖嘅。咁我有個做電腦嘅 engineer 嘅堂友喺度客人啦，好可惜咧，佢晚晚咧係要飲一個叫 bubble tea。佢飲咗 bubble tea 之後咧，佢覺得好精神，佢成晚學校可以做嘢諗嘢，因為佢係個電腦發展嘅工程師啦。咁但係飲咗之後咧，血糖去到300喎，270、300好高喎。如果你晚晚咁咧，你好快脆咧，你會 crash 變咗好差嘅糖尿病病者，眼盲埋都唔出奇嘅。咁我就叫咗佢話：你唔好咁做啊！你咁做咧係害咗你嘅，好快脆就玩唔晒㗎啦。咁最後咧，佢依家飲去糖茶，飲完去糖茶咧，佢血糖咧去到140，咁佢係去到140，即係大概係7度啦。OK， 所以佢最低限度咧唔會去到好高10幾喎，係咪？咁呢個係好重要嘅嘅環節嚟嘅。咁亦都飲去糖茶咧，幫助佢降低血糖啦，亦都降低膽固醇啦，亦都血壓啦，佢都幫佢排毒。咁另外一個飲料咧就係去啲低脂嘅牛奶啦，呢個奶酸啦，奶酪啦，同埋雞蛋白嘅食物啦，咁自埋咧最緊要咧我哋食嘅嘢咧係要低脂嘅奶類嘅食物，咁咧就會好幫助你咧，係唔會令到你血糖上升。咁有陣時食芝士都得嘅，但係唔好食咁多，一小塊芝士係對你亦都好有幫助嘅。So now we talk about few point just now regarding the 5 point, the type of food you can eat, as give you already a parameter, understand what is good for you. But then every night you also feel that, oh, I have some midnight craving. How can I help me to not to crave for food? Okay, so that way I don't even have to bother to eat a lot of unnecessary high sugary food. Okay, so the strategy is, one, establish a consistent sleeping schedule. So if every night I sleep at 10 o'clock, I always sleep at the same time, then most likely, because you sleep every time at the same time, most likely you will feel less hungry during that time, because every night at 10 o'clock you will sleep already. The worst thing you do is you sleep a lot of time, not 10, maybe 11 or 12. So net result, you start moving a different pattern of sleeping, and you might feel hungry during 11 o'clock, then you start eating. So then you start eating and craving, you crave for some unhealthy food, because through the time you suddenly have your eye and say, oh, I need to eat something. So this is not a good practice. So always stay at the same time. When you sleep at 10, I will sleep, or 11, you sleep, that's it. And do not sleep different hours. Okay, that might be one advantage. To be a regular sleep pattern established, the chances you feel hungry at a certain time will be less. Also, you also plan a meals before or snack ahead of time. So if you have unhealthy craving, you know where to go to eat. Like, for example, I myself have the same issue sometimes. I cut a lot of small pieces of celery in a plastic box. So I suddenly feel hungry. I'll go to my refrigerator, get these celeries, and start chewing it. And it's okay because I have fiber, low carbs, and also a good satisfaction with some chew. So I have a good chew and I feel a little bit more satisfied. So it's important to basically plan your snack in somehow in the plans, okay? So you can able to satisfy your hunger, but not to suddenly move into big gigantic chocolate cookies. 其實點克服夜晚去渴望食一啲宵夜咧？當然每一個人都會有咁嘅感覺嘅，但係重要點咧就第一，你知道食宵夜嘅時候咧，你係重要咧就係有一個好 regular 嘅睡眠嘅時間。如果我每晚係10點鐘瞓覺，11點鐘瞓覺，你每晚都11點鐘呢個瞓覺咧，咁 chance 你係去覺得會肚餓食嘢咧係少咗嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，每日都係依個時間去瞓覺，日日都係依個時間，咁 most likely 咧，你個要食嘢咧係少咗嘅，即係咁我去食就少咗。咁就算係要食嘢啦，咁我都準備咗依樣嘢。食嘢咧，你係準備，譬如好似我咧，就準備咗一啲西芹切得咁條條嘅，我擺個膠盒擺喺雪櫃度。如果我真係食嘢咧，我掹嚿嘢出嚟咧，我食咧，咁我有 fibre 啦，有好多有纖維啦，有口嘅口嚼啦，咁亦都係唔會加糖啦，咁所以血糖亦都唔會上升啦，但係會 satisfy 我嘅需要啊。咁呢個係一個 tips 係幫助你哋咧。如果係真係食宵夜，咁準備咧係會容易做好多嘅。OK， 咁仲有啦。So also another strategy is that you must practice portion control. Don't put a lot of food in there, because you eat too much, you know what? You're overweight, your body cannot process, you will feel stuffed and you cannot sleep. So you don't want to practice with too much stuff in there for you to eat. So you have to have portion control, small amount, to help you. When you eat, you only have this portion. That's why I have my salary in a box, only this amount. So I have portion control, right? And on top of that, you might also have some relaxation exercise, deep breathing, so that way, or meditation can help you to relax, reduce your stress and anxiety. Then with that, because you're more relaxed, the chances for you to crave for food will be less. Now, keep in mind, when you stress, you tend to eat. You want to look for chips, anything to help you satisfy the biting. So that's why I use salaries to have the biting. But you do some relaxation, that tend to decrease that stress, anxiety. The craving of food will be less. Okay. 仲有各位朋友，有一樣嘢好重要咧，就係唔好擺好多食物一齊食。咁你咧食好多嘅時候咧，你身體唔識 process 咧，咁你自然咧就瞓唔到覺，亦都 increase 食咗好多嘢，increase 嘅 size 啊、磅數啊，全部血糖上升啊，呢個好大影響嘅。所以我就算係食呢個芹菜，呢盒芹菜裏邊咧，我都係呢個盒係咁大盒嘅啫。咁食晒都係咁多啦。所以變咗咧就唔會過咗食量嘅。咁仲有啦，好多時你就需要自己一個有更加放鬆嘅技巧 ，for example deep breathing 啦，做下 meditation 啦，減壓啦。咁呢個將你做咗呢樣嘅時候咧，你就唔會有好大嘅焦慮啊，或者輕鬆咗咧，咁你就唔會係好感覺上有好多 anxiety 咧，令到佢去揾嘢食嘅。所以重要點咧就要降低你嘅 anxiety， 降低你減壓，做啲放鬆嘅技巧。咁然後咧之後咧，你嘅機會要揾嘢食咧係少啲嘅。所以呢個係重要嘅。So I also mentioned you gotta keep your healthy snack ready, available, so you can, when you feel hungry, you can go get it. Like for example, my box of small celery in an ice box. So I mentioned other stuff that you can also look for: Greek yogurt, hard-boiled egg. Some people ask for popcorn, but no butter and salt. Whole wheat bread with peanut butter. some little cheese, and some vegetable, as I mentioned, is celery. So if you have all these food ready, you can grab it, but in a small container. So you can only take that much. That will absolutely help you to satisfy your stomach and satisfy your need of, not to after eat you spike the sugar. So that is important. Okay. 仲有一樣嘢咧，我講咗啦，你係可以擺啲食物喺個細盒仔度，擺雪櫃，已經好容易去攞，咁你就唔會話好快就係咁亂咁攞啦。咁 for example 啦，你有咩咧？譬如好似有啲希臘奶酸啦，同埋個雞蛋啦，烚熟雞蛋啦。咁有啲人就中意食個爆谷啦，但係爆谷唔係要有牛油啊同埋鹽嗰隻喎，就淨爆谷喎。咁仲有咧仲有啲全麥嘅多士同花生醬啦，芝士條啦，仲有就係我所講嘅呢個芹菜條啊，剪咗一條咁拉條咧就擺喺盒度。咁當你有呢樣嘢食咧，咁最低係食嘅時候咧，你就唔會過食啦。OK， so definitely every night at night time before I go sleep, 1 hour before sleep, I still drink 1 cup of low sugar tea. It helps me to lower my blood sugar and get my blood sugar the whole night as totally become continue to be, very, very good sugar. Even as of today, you can see my blood sugar is 4.1, and then it's still my whole day is very low. And that was the work of the act of low sugar tea helping me keep my blood sugar low, which is very good. And also it lower my cholesterol and lower my blood pressure. And that is very important. So you got to continue to do that. So low sugar tea can help you to lower blood sugar, bad cholesterol, and blood pressure. So in conclusion, it's so important. You have to have very good sleep. A healthy sleep can help you to lower, for pre-diabetes, lower your blood sugar instead of spiking your blood sugar. As you know, poor sleep will just continue to increase your blood sugar and impair your insulin, create insulin resistance, and impair your glucose metabolism. So your sugar will not be digested, if you will, continue moving around your bloodstream. That will be bad for you, for your body, with all the unnecessary health risks. And also, when your sleep is disrupted, the blood sugar will definitely goes up. And so net result, you need to able to control that by have good balanced diet, not to have high rich food, high rich fiber. You want to avoid caffeine, avoid alcohol, so you can promote better blood sugar level during the sleep, so the body can process. Instead of you get high fat, the body cannot process, it affects your sleep. So you got to make sure all these will affect your sleep. So we want to make sure that you have good sleep. Now, you have to avoid certain type of food to provide better sleep. So high calorie, high sugar-rich food will not help you to go better sleep. So you have to avoid those kind of food. And also, to overcome the night craving, so we can able to provide you, like for example, portion, the low sugar food, everything good portion, like celery, eggs, all that will definitely help you to not to be overeat, but not spiking in sugar. So the whole objective is good sleep, not spiking in sugar. That's all we do to help you to control your blood sugar, not the whole night. It has to be in a flat, 6.0 or 110 or 100. That's as the goal you want to do, rather than increase your blood sugar during sleep. Is not good for you. 嗱，各位朋友，結論後啦，嗱，知道咧，當你食物令到你係瞓唔到覺咧，你糖會上升嘅。咁呢只係好嘅睡眠好緊要嘅，因為當你唔好嘅睡眠咧，你會令到你胰島素 出嚟會帶唔到啲糖入去啦，同埋你嘅荷爾蒙啊，全部都 screw up 啦。咁樣糖喺裏邊咧就越嚟越高，咁變咗嚟講咧，你就瞓唔到覺。但係嗰啲糖喺咁高嘅時候咧，令到身體嘅損壞咧又繼續喺度。最重要，我哋係每晚都要令到啲糖喺血管係降低，當你瞓覺嘅時候都要降低。咁原來食物咧係一個好大影響嘅。咁點能夠令到你食物唔會影響你睡眠嘅質素咧？咁當然第一，夜晚未瞓覺之前，千祈唔好食好多高糖食物、高卡路里食物、高肥嘅食物。呢啲嘢全部令到瞓唔到覺，呢個 body process。OK， 你要食嘢嘅時候一定要係要啲低糖、低卡路里同埋低纖維纖維食物。咁變咗嚟講咧，你身體能夠 process 就要 portion 嘅，即係要個細盒仔嘅，唔會食得好高嘅。OK， 咁揀呢個健康嘅食物咧，係對你講瞓覺前食咧係好嘅，重要嘅。咁同埋最緊要咧，飲料千祈唔好飲糖水啦、bubble tea forget 啦，最重要咧就咩啊？去糖茶啦。咁飲去糖茶就幫助你更加係會降低你血糖啦、膽固醇啦，同埋血壓啦、排毒。咁今日講座就到呢完止啦。So today I hope that will give you a good idea what food can affect you, the sleep, and what food you should prevent and avoid. So in that result, you can continue to be healthy, not to get food create you cannot sleep and will create you spiking your blood sugar. Remember, the objective is whatever you do, you want to prevent spiking your sugar and also prevent you from not sleeping well. Because when you're not sleeping well, your blood sugar goes up. So do not create or eat food, increase your blood sugar. And that's what we're trying to do. All right. Now, if you have any question, do feel free to write to me, Andy, A-N-D-Y, at wahfong.com, WAHFONG.com, ANDY at WAHFONG.com. Or certainly you can WhatsApp us. WhatsApp number is 852-3001-5644. That will be WhatsApp. Hopefully that you have any question, I can hope to answer you. If you don't have any questions today, I thank you very much. You participate and listen to my webinar. I hope you realize food before you go to sleep and eat it can affect your sleep. And it will affect your sleep, that will hurt you, definitely can help you to spike your sugar spike, and it's not good for you. The key here is not to get sugar spike during sleep, and the food you take do not create a sugar spike. And that result, you always have good quality sleep and maintain a good sugar level during the whole evening. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you learned something. I hope if you have any questions, do write to us. So have a nice weekend, and thank you very much again. Take care. Thank you.